My name is Carrie Greenwood. I work for the Kansas Youth Empowerment Academy. I'm currently the program coordinator, which means that I get to coordinate all the programs within our organization. And I've been with KYEA since its opening in 2005, and actually even before that I got involved as a delegate at the Kansas Youth Leadership Forum, which is one of our programs, in 2001. Wanted to stay involved, so started volunteering, then started working part-time, and then actually was a part of the process of creating this organization and making it a full nonprofit organization in 2005. Our mission is to educate, empower, and mentor youth with disabilities throughout Kansas. So we serve the entire state of Kansas, focusing on really empowering youth to know that they can be successful, youth with disabilities, to know that they can be successful, they can reach whatever goals they have for their future, also that they can be proud to be people with disabilities, that there's a whole community out there that they're a part of, and that they can really be proud of it and just know that, you know, they can be successful. If they want to go to college, they can do that. They just need to know the process and the accommodations to allow them to do that. So that's really what we're about. We're about encouraging them to be independent. We very much follow the independent living philosophy of having choice in what you want for your own life. You know, and we're here to support them in doing that, whatever support they need, whether it's, you know, just a pat on the back or some resources that they are not sure exactly how to get connected to. So really our philosophy is focused on independent living, disability pride, and just being empowered as a young person with a disability. Gosh, we really just take it on an individual basis. We would, you know, talk to them, whether it be over the phone or through email. We pretty much try and use any medium that works best for them, even if it's Facebook, you know, whatever works for them. So we would definitely contact them, talk to them about their interests and what it is that they're wanting to do. And then we would just essentially connect them to the appropriate resource to do that. As far as like getting more involved in the disability community, we're always definitely informing our youth of what's going on out in the community, whether it be a conference coming up or you know, just an event in their local community that they might want to know about. We'll pass on the information to them and encourage them to come. Really, I think it's just letting them know about it and letting them know that there's opportunities out there, and one simple opportunity I think can really open up their realization that we have a community out there and that they are a part of this bigger family and that they can get involved and that kind of thing. So we just try and give them that opportunity to do that maybe they haven't gotten in other ways or from other organizations maybe. So. Mm-hmm. That's another huge part of our philosophy is that we are youth-led and youth-run. So that means that a good portion of our staff are youth, although some of us have aged and we're not considered youth anymore, but most, or a good majority of our staff are youth with disabilities. But also 50% of our board of directors is youth with disabilities as well. Or that's currently where we're at right now. We're trying to kind of revamp that and figure out how's the best way to do that and how's the best way to engage the youth in our board. Just because being on a board sometimes is not the most interesting thing in the world. It can be, but sometimes it's a lot of, you know, financial stuff and that kind of thing. So we're trying to really figure out the best way to get them involved on our board. But currently our goal is to be 50% youth with disabilities. So a lot of that means a lot of mentoring, especially if we leave our board the way it is. We definitely have to have our adult board members mentoring the youth so that they aren't completely confused and that kind of thing. So definitely having them involved in our board. We're considering doing a youth advisory council as part of our organization. So if they don't really want to be on the board, they can be on more of a youth advisory council where they're just there with youth and they can just brainstorm and have fun and, you know, do whatever they can, really contribute whatever they can to the organization as an actual advisory council. But our main thing is really to have staff that is youth with disabilities have an internship, which we have recently been doing, an internship that is open to youth with disabilities, where they get to just spend some time in our office and do some small projects for us, and really also learn a lot about how to be employed, kind of a first step into what's office atmosphere like, and what do I do at a job, and how do I act, and what do I wear, and all kinds of things like that. So that's kind of really what our internship is about. But we really make a huge effort to make sure that the youth have a voice in our organization. So like I said, those two things, and just staying in contact with our youth, emailing them frequently, doing surveys to see what the needs are right now, just really making sure that we're hearing the needs of the youth instead of us just saying, well, we think this is what the needs are. We really try and go directly to the source to figure out what it is that they're needing. So yeah, we keep them involved in any way that we can, and we, like you said, trying to not just have a token youth who's on our board, or not just pick one youth out of our alumni and say, well, what do you think, but really get the youth voice, and really have them involved in all aspects of our organization, really. I've had my disability since birth, so for me it's always been just a part of who I am, and I've also had a very supportive family who's always encouraged me to be active and get out there and do things. Growing up, I didn't necessarily, I was not necessarily proud of my disability. It wasn't that I saw it as a negative thing, but it was just a part of me, and I didn't really see the whole disability pride aspect of it. So growing up and getting more involved in the community, and really figuring out who I was really important to me, and has had a huge impact on who I am today. So I encourage young girls with disabilities to figure out who they are, first of all, and that's a process. It's definitely something that I learned. You don't just overnight go, oh, this is who I am, but really just allow yourself to really figure out who you are and be proud of who you are. Whether that be being proud of your disability, or being proud of the fact that you have red hair, or you dress a certain way, or you have a certain interest, just whatever it is, just be proud of who you are, and and don't let other people try and tell you that you're someone else, because there are a lot of people out there who will try and make you someone else, and I think you just really have to be who you are. But also, again, being proud of your disability. Also know, as a person with a disability, you can be successful. That's one of my big things, is just for youth to know that you may have a disability, but you can do whatever you want with your life. You can have whatever job you want, you can go to whatever school you want, as long as you have the resources to do that, and the resources are there to do that. We're here to support you, and there's financial resources, there's other organizations that are there to help out. So, just if you can find the right resource, you can make it happen, whatever it is that you want to happen. So, I guess those would be my main pieces of advice. Yeah, just be proud of yourself and do what you want to do with your life. It's your life, and you gotta be able to control your own life. That's the fun part of it. So, yeah.